On 14 October, China launched large-scale military drills around Taiwan, labeling them as punishment just days after Taiwan's National Day celebrations. The move followed Taiwanese President Lai Ching-Te's statement asserting that China would never represent Taiwan, sparking anger in Beijing. Chinese President Xi Jinping responded by deploying J-20, J-10, J-15 fighters, and KJ-500 AWACS into Taiwan's Air Defense Identification Zone, ADIZ. Taiwan responded with F-16 and Mirage 2000 jets. The United States, Germany, and Japan condemned China's aggression in the Taiwan Strait and South China Sea. Shortly after China's drills, the US and the Philippines conducted joint military exercises near Taiwan, while Moscow expressed support for Beijing.
The Chinese military surrounded Taiwan on the 14th of October. But this wasn't the usual muscle flexing. The scale and the mobilization was unlike ever before. Xi Jinping said it was time to punish the self-governed island. The Chinese leader has vowed to reunite Taiwan with mainland China. And it looks like Xi has been taking notes from his no-limits friend Vladimir Putin. Because just like Russia, China too is deploying its military to solve complex diplomatic issues. But there's one problem. Xi Jinping is running out of time, because he has promised to reunite Taiwan with mainland China by the year 2027. And Taiwan seems to be in no mood to heed these baseless demands. It all started on the 10th of October. It was a normal day for the rest of the world. However, it was the most important day for Taiwan. It's popularly known as Double 10 Day. The 10th of October is the island's national day, and it commemorates the start of the Wu-Chang Uprising in 1911, which led to the establishment of the Republic of China. On the day, Taiwanese President Lai Ching-Te addressed his people. And he vowed to never bow down to Chinese demands.
On this land, democracy and freedom are growing and thriving. The People's Republic of China has no right to represent Taiwan. As president, my mission is to ensure that our nation endures and progresses, and to unite the 23 million people of Taiwan. I will also uphold the commitment to resist annexation or encroachment upon our sovereignty.
Taiwan's President Lai Ching-Te was given a thunderous applause. But right across the Taiwan Strait, the Chinese Communist Party was seething. Beijing slammed Lai's speeches and said that there was no such thing as Taiwanese sovereignty.
No matter what the Lai Ching-Te administration says or does, it cannot change the objective fact that both sides of the strait belong to one China and cannot stop the historical trend of the necessity and the inevitability of reunification. Scheming for independence is a dead end. The One China principle is the basic norm of international relations, and the the general consensus of the international community. Taiwan has never been a country, nor can it become one. There is no such thing as Taiwanese sovereignty.
And then the drills began. Four days after Lai gave his speech on Taiwan's National Day, China began to show its fury. Exercise Joint Sword 2024B was launched. Hundreds of warplanes flew into Taiwan's air identification zone. Several Chinese warships made their way into Taiwanese waters. Taiwan saw Chinese military activity in 6 spots around the island. Beijing says that independence is not an option for Taiwan, and that peace would not be possible across the Taiwan Strait.
What I can tell you is that Taiwan independence is incompatible with peace in the Taiwan Strait, and the provocations of the Taiwan independence forces will inevitably be countered.
China's fighter jets conducted day and nighttime sorties. They were supported by airborne early warning systems. Beijing even deployed its most advanced stealth fighter jet, the J-20, and in response, Taiwan deployed its air force at a large scale. So, how do the most advanced jets of China and Taiwan match up against each other? Armed with PL-15 long-range missiles, along with its stealth capabilities, the J-20 could potentially engage Taiwan's F-16 jets, before Taiwanese pilots are even aware that combat has begun. The J-20 also outperforms the F-16 with its more advanced AESA radar. Nicknamed the Mighty Dragon, the J-20 can also stay airborne longer and can carry more fuel because it also has to fly longer distances compared to Taiwan's F-16s. However, this does not mean that the F-16 Viper is out of the fight. The Taiwanese jets could pose a threat to the J-20 in close combat. The single-engined Viper is known for its agile moves and dogfighting capabilities. The Taiwanese F-16 could also prove to be a tough competitor for China's 4th-generation fighters like the J-10, the J-11 and the J-15. However, China's J-20 pilots say that they're confident about engaging Taiwanese jets.
In this exercise, the core mission of my comrades and me was to break through the enemy's air defense alert system and seize regional self-rights, directly testing the airspace alert, air combat confrontation, aerial refueling, and other real-world capabilities. It is to warn the Taiwan Independence Forces in a language that the enemy understands that engaging in Taiwan independence means war and can only lead to self-destruction.
China's military posturing ended in just one day, but there's a little more than what meets the eye. The Chinese drills surrounding Taiwan created ripples beyond the Taiwan Strait and the two picked sides. China looked north to its no-limits friend, Russia. In fact, China kicked off the drills around Taiwan the moment Russia's defense minister was given a ceremonial welcome in Beijing. And then came the shot in the arm for Xi Jinping. Vladimir Putin sent his regards to the Chinese leader and backed Beijing's actions against Taipei.
Trusting contacts between the leaders of the two countries play a key role in strengthening strategic ties. We are determined to implement all the agreements reached at the highest level. Russian-Chinese military cooperation is an important element of increasing defense capability and maintaining global and regional stability. We regularly conduct joint operational combat training on land, at sea, and in air. We are successfully working out combat training tasks, including the tasks of highest complexity.
As China received Russia's unconditional support, Western nations pledged support for Taiwan. Germany and the United States both condemned China for its military drills.
Of course, we are taking a close look, and it is always clear to us. We assume that nobody is trying to use force to change the situation between Taiwan and the People's Republic of China. But this does not stop us from taking a close look at things.
And I can tell you that with regard to the so-called 10-10 speech, which is a regular exercise, China should not use it in any fashion as a pretext for provocative actions. On the contrary, we want to reinforce, and many other countries want to reinforce, the imperative of preserving the status quo, and neither party taking any actions that might undermine it. And again, this goes to something that's very powerfully felt across the region.
Japan also slammed China for its provocations. As the diplomatic showdown continued, the domestic atmosphere also turned bitter. Chinese nationals said that they supported the drills around Taiwan.
I think mainland China and Taiwan are one family. It just depends on the ruling party's ideas. I mean the ideas of the ruling party in Taiwan. If they want to bring a normal military drill up to sensitive topics, they might think too much. As for other countries, I think they would rather see China become stronger. China can maintain a peaceful state.
Nationalist sentiment was seen across the Taiwan Strait as well. Taiwan's residents said that they were confident in their military's capabilities.
We are not worried at all because we trust our military that they have the capability to defend against any forces that would want to invade. We are not worried one bit. We are living very happily and came out to have fun riding motorbikes today. We came past here and are very happy that we could see jets taking off and landing. But I am not scared at all.
For now, China has ended its drills, and like every time, they have threatened and warned Taiwan and its president. But with Russia supporting China more and more, the tensions in the Taiwan Strait don't seem to be vanishing anytime soon.